Hello, and welcome along to this video where we're going to look at what we need to do in order to upgrade an existing instance of QDE to the latest Chocolatey components. So let's jump in here. So what I've got here is I have the initial release of the QDE v2. So what it shipped with is central management 0.3.0, so you can't see it because of my head, but over here we can see that central management is running 0.3.0. Now, since the release of QDE, there has been a new release of CCM and also of Chocolatey Agent. So what we need to do is, how do we upgrade this QDE instance to have the latest components on it? So luckily, all of the Chocolatey components ship as Chocolatey packages, so upgrading this CCM instance to the latest components really isn't that hard. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to download and we need to internalize, or we need to download the Chocolatey packages for CCM. So what I've done prior to this recording is I've run three commands. I've run chocolate download database, I've run chocolate download service, and chocolate download web. So what that's done is it has created NuGet packages here of each of those ones. Now it's also brought down dependencies as well. So if you are running that command, you will get other packages. So what we need to do is we need to get those uploaded into our Nexus environment. But the one thing I do need to do before that is I do know that there was a new release of Chocolatey Agent as well. So in order to work properly with the latest version of CCM, you will need the latest version of Chocolatey Agent as well. So that would have been detailed. Any sort of interdependencies would have been detailed in the release notes that went out. So I've actually got 4 packages that I need to upload into my Nexus repository, because as of right now, Chocolatey Agent, there's actually been 2 patch releases of Agent since QDE went out. So I've still only got 0.11 in my Nexus repository for that, and the database, service, and web packages will all have the 0.3.0. So now that I've got all of those new package versions, I need to get them into my environment. So I can just quickly run through those. So this one here, I'm just going to say push. I'm going to do it just from here, and I'm going to say I'm going to push this up to here, and I'm going to go and upload. So having done that, let's just check to make sure that that got there. So if we refresh here and look at Chocolatey Agent, then we have that one there. So good. So let's do the next one. Let's just run through that process. You could obviously do this from the command line as well. It's just visually, it's maybe a little bit easier to show what's happening on here. And then we could actually just browse to it this time. So that's the service one, and we can upload that. And then the last one would be the web package. And we'll go ahead and upload that. So what we'll have now within our Nexus repository on our QDE server is the new versions of all of the core CCM components. So let's just check that. So we'll do a refresh here. So the web now has 0.4.0, service 0.4.0, and database 0.4.0. So we're at a point now where we can perform the upgrades of these machines. So what we can do now, if I clear this out, so we do have to do the upgrades in a particular order, and this is documented on our website, but we need to upgrade first the database package, then the service package, then the web package, and then to make it all work, we'll then upgrade Chocolatey Agent. So what we'll do here is we'll just do a chocolate upgrade of Chocolatey management database. So that's the first one. Now, when you would have first done the installation, or rather, when the initial installation of the CCM components was done on this QDE box, when you first provisioned it, it would have had additional parameters being passed in for this is the connection string to use, etc. But all of that information, all of that required information is persisted into the necessary places so that when it comes to doing the upgrade, we should be able to just do Choco upgrade, and it will remember what was used before, and it will use those again to do the upgrade. Now, if things have changed or you've modified things, then there might be changes that need to be made. But for the most part, you should be able to just do a Choco upgrade once that initial installation was done. If you do run into any issues in this regard, obviously feel free to reach out to support, and we will do our best to help you get that upgrade to work. So what it's saying there is that it's fetching the existing app settings.json file, and that's where it's going to get those persistent connection strings from. So what we'll see here, hopefully, is that it will have upgraded the database schema. So there were some new additions and changes made to the database schema. So those have now been rolled out to the SQL Server instance. So what we should then be able to do is we should then be able to run an upgrade of the service package. So this will update the CCM service. So it will, first of all, it will bring that service down. It will then deploy the new parts, and then it will restart that service again. And at that point, it will then be accepting connections. But if you try to upgrade the service before upgrading the database, then you may have run into errors, because what it would have been doing, the service may have potentially been trying to add or update schema entities that didn't exist yet or had been modified. So it's very important to do it in the database service and then the web order. Otherwise, you will run into problems. So we'll let that finish off the installation of the central management service. And once that's done, we'll do the website. And then finally, we'll do the Choco agent. So there we go. That's the service just finishing off there. And if we do up, and we'll do the web package. So this one is replacing the necessary components within the IIS website that's provisioned for central management. Now, the thing to be aware of here is that in my setup here, I haven't enabled any of the external internet enabling of QDE. Now, what I will say is that the upgrade of the website should just work. Nothing should change with regard to the internet enablement of the QDE box. But if you do run into any issues with that regard, then definitely reach out to support as well, and we will do our best to help with that. So let's let that run through. So at this point, once this is done, the website should be updated. So when I log into CCM, I should see a new version number at the bottom. But before I jump into the website, we'll do the final upgrade, which is the Chocolatey agent package. So that will bring in the new functionality, which is new in CCM 040, is the concept of a semi-connected environment. So there's been some changes to the defaults in terms of how long Chocolatey agent, or more specifically, how long CCM will wait before deeming a machine as not contactable. So there were some necessary updates within Chocolatey agent to facilitate that. So let's do the final upgrade, which is the Chocolatey agent package. So this will go from 0.11.0 to 0.11.2. And once that's done, we should be in a position where everything's updated. So it's not a complicated process, obviously, to upgrade CCM, but the premise of the QDE environment is that you're going to get a fully provisioned, up and running, ready to be used appliance. So obviously, once that's in situ, you need to be able to upgrade it. So this is what this is all about, just being able to upgrade the Chocolatey components to the latest version. So that's finished out there. So if I go back over at my website, I'm just going to hit refresh, but I should be prompted to log in again because it's all changed. So I should be prompted to log in, and I'll move once I get to the login screen, I will move the website over a bit so you can see behind me, so we'll see the version number once we're logged in. So this initial startup time is really just due to putting a new version of the website. There is some things that are happening to make it all work. So I'm going to do a login of the CCM admin user. And then once that's logged in, I'm going to bring this over. So if I scroll down, I've now got 040 down here. So all the CCM components have been updated. So we can verify that. If I do Chocolist local only, we will obviously see all of the 040 components have been upgraded and the Chocolatey agent has been updated. And if we go into our computer section here, what we should hopefully see is that as of 8:02, which was a minute ago, my Choco server has checked into itself. So as a result of doing the upgrade of the Chocolatey agent package, it's immediately checked in, and everything is up to date. So hopefully this was useful. If there are any questions, feel free to add a comment below, or feel free to reach out on Twitter, which is my Twitter handle there. Or if it's a more involved problem, then definitely feel to reach out to Choco support and take advantage of the support mechanisms that are in place there. So thank you very much. That's all for now. See you again.